Bobby from Project Madness. And of course, I'm not here alone. There are other people here, like Bryce and
Just kidding. I
Trevor.
wanted to think I wasn't here for a minute. Hey, everybody, this is Bryce. How's it going?
And Trevor.
So,
And so, who wants to do the first topic?
well, one first thing though. Well, we're gonna do a new kind of format here. Just try it out this episode where we each pick one or two topics and we spend about a half hour on each of them or whatever. No, a half hour per person's topic or whatever.
So yeah, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to pick a topic. That topic will be the topic that we discuss for this first half hour, and we won't try to keep ourselves from going off topic. Keep it interesting, because we've had people tell us that it might be better if we stick to a certain topic, to help kind of keep ourselves on track, or if we. It's also to help prevent awkward silence like we've had in the past, like the previous podcast, So I already had to cut out half an hour of that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it's basically just that. We won't keep this from being random though, because that's kind of the whole point of this podcast. But yet we do have serious moments where we discuss serious situations.
So yeah, we're starting off like a broad topic, and then from there, just going off topic, sort of like what we've been doing.
Also, it's also meant to try to keep this interesting, because Bobby kind of gets tired. He'll kind of nod off every once in a while, and we kind of have to pull him back. So if I ask,
when we start a podcast 11:45 at night,
Well, we would have started earlier if Trevor turned down the phone. Oh, okay. Sorry. Apparently my microphone's too loud. I apologize. I was trying to read what it said. Well, we would have started earlier, like an hour and a half ago, but Trevor was too busy playing Modern Warfare 3. So I decided to eat, but by the time I was done eating, he was still playing, so we had to wait on him for a while.
Oh, the real reason is that he got distracted by a newspaper, magazine.
Yes, a magazine. I was just going to correct you on that. Fail on your part. Okay, so what do you guys want to discuss this first half hour? You guys just want to start out with the technology and what our first game console was?
We can do our faves and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, anything when it comes to your faves. What brand you prefer over the rest? Maybe you prefer LG over Samsung when it comes to TVs. Let's start out with our favorite game console and then talk about our favorite game. Trevor, I say you go first, man.
Me first?
Well, we can interrupt if we ever need to, so just go ahead.
I don't know what my favorite console is. It's like a mix of between the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo. I don't know what it is about those two. I know they're old, aren't they? It's just old.
Actually, how old is the Super Nintendo? I mean, which one is the oldest?
Oldest is just the Nintendo Entertainment System. I think it's about 25 years old.
Crap. I mean, what's the oldest one that you actually have? I mean, you have quite a collection. You could probably tell them about that too.
Well, it's not too big compared to some people, but for me, it's good. Well, the oldest console I have is the Atari 2600, which is from 1980, 1979, something like that.
And it's actually in decent condition too. It's just kind of weird how the knobs work on that thing. I mean, it's different compared to the Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference right there.
I know. I'm just saying that that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm used to. So when you grow up with this thing and then go to that, or you see that, it just looks totally foreign to you.
Yeah. Well, it's still
fun. My Nintendo TV console's a GameCube, so.
Well, anyway, my favorite game for the Nintendo is probably Kirby's Adventure. Yeah, awesome.
Kirby.
Yeah, and the first day I tried streaming, I beat Kirby all the way through in one stream. So.
The only thing I like about you, Trevor, is you say, "Oh, I love Kirby" because it's your icon on Skype, but yet when you're doing a live stream, which he does, by the way, guys, I'm sure if you're listening to this, you've heard of that or you've watched him. If not, check it out. I'll include a link to his channel on Twitch.tv or Justin.tv, whatever it is.
Twitch.tv.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Anyway, every time he loses, even if it's a different game other than Kirby, he blames it on Kirby. I don't really understand that, but okay, go ahead.
Well, actually, the only thing that I ever blamed Kirby on was the Super Nintendo, because the fights are so dang big you can't see what's going on. But on the Nintendo version, I don't have a problem with it.
I actually haven't really played Kirby that much. When did Kirby start? Was it on the Super Nintendo?
No, it was actually on the Game Boy.
Really?
It was actually on the Game Boy, like the old black and white Game Boy, before it was on the Nintendo.
Because one of my favorite games that I had on the Advance, when I converted over to that from the Game Boy Color. I just have a question though. Yoshi's Island was my favorite game on there. I know I'm kind of interrupting you, but it's kind of like they took that, and I never even knew it was on the Super Nintendo. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was on that. It's like they took that game, made it so it could be played on the Game Boy Advance, and then just didn't change anything about it. So I didn't know they take these old games and made it so you could play it on the Advance. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, technically the Advance is about just as strong and or stronger than the Genesis or the Super Nintendo.
Also makes sense being able to play that game on there. So
Yeah.
I
It
was
actually
just
has improved graphics on the Game Boy Advance, I think.
so I was just surprised when I saw that you could play it on there.
So
Like,
anyway, well, 1 second, let's get all this. So that's my main, my favorite in consoles and stuff. So what's yours, Bryce?
well, what's your favorite game, man? For sure,
Well, I just told you it's Kirby.
it's Kirby. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks. I was hoping
Well, no, like favorite game or just favorite game on my favorite console.
It's up to you. I don't think it. I mean, you can
Well,
say both. I guess.
if you want my favorite game, that'd probably be Zelda: Link to the Past, which I've also been
Yes.
streaming.
Yeah. See, that's what I was gonna say. I was surprised you said Kirby, but I could understand where you were thinking Kirby. I mean, I thought you were gonna say Zelda, but I was surprised that you said Kirby. But I guess you thought favorite game of your favorite console. So my favorite console is, if I had to say, between the only consoles I've owned is a 64, a regular Xbox, like the first gen, and I've owned the, I think it's the sixth gen of the Xbox 360, and then I own a Xbox 360 limited edition, Modern Warfare 3 limited edition.
Modern Welfare 3.
Yeah,
Modern Welfare.
yes, we're having that kind of, yeah. I actually want to see that kind of game where you can go beat up the people that don't deserve to be on welfare.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be part of my grind my gears. I say stuff like that, and I don't mean to. I like how Bobby sits there and makes fun of me while I sit here and
It's
cry.
hilarious though.
I know it's not like I mean to though. Yet Bobby makes fun of me. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that, Bobby. Next time I ever
Look out, Bobby.
remember that pizza I was gonna buy you for lunch. Never mind, forget about it. Still haven't done that yet. Crap. Yeah. Anyway, I need to do that. Okay, but what I was gonna say is, I think if I had to say it, it would probably be the Advance, just because my favorite game is Yoshi's Island. My second one would have to be the limited edition Xbox I got right here. So yeah, my favorite game is, we could say each console, I guess, too, if we wanted to.
Yeah, I'll take a while for me.
Yeah, well, we got plenty of time. Anyway, so yeah, I was gonna say Game Boy Advance, Yoshi's Island. I have the Game Boy Pocket, so I have every generation when it comes to those. So yeah, I'd have to say the Game Boy Advance, Yoshi's Island. I love it. Of which I probably have already said that. So go ahead, Bobby. Booby.
Well, my favorite console, I guess. I just like a bunch of Nintendo stuff really, but like
Oh, not
and I
surprised.
like and I like the SP for what like the Game Boy SP for like nostalgia purposes, but I obviously use the Nintendo DS Lite a lot more, and I don't have a 3DS yet, although it looks really cool. I mean,
It is.
Yeah, I
see
want one.
Trevor playing Kid Icarus on it, and it's like
Yeah.
amazing.
Even though
And
after a
then,
while I get tired of 3D, I'd have to switch back. Sorry to interrupt you.
well, you don't really play big time on 3D a lot. You
I
just
do.
kind of, well,
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. 3D is okay on it. Like, I'm impressed. For not having glasses is impressive, but it's not as really cool as I thought it would be. It's like it appears 3D. It's not actual 3D.
Well, no
Like,
actual TV or movie is actual 3D.
well,
otherwise it would hit you in the face.
I guess I just would expect more because, like, I don't know.
Otherwise, those 3D tits would slap you across the face.
I don't know. Really, it seems different when you go watch in a 3D movie.
Well,
Stuff
I
actually
know
appears like
why.
it's coming at you.
I
It
know
it
why. Because
it uses a different way.
no,
Yeah.
it can display 3D popping out, but the thing is, the screen's so small that if something pops out at you, and then say you're playing Star Fox 64 or something, you're flying the spaceship, and it's popping out at you, and then it gets this wing cut off by the side of the screen that completely breaks the 3D effect. So they have it go in so that doesn't happen.
Right. It's like a light. It's like a shadow box, basically.
Another
For all
thing I
you
wasn't really impressed
scrapbookers
with
out there.
is, oh, sorry, and I have a hard time interrupting you guys. Sorry, anyway, I'm not gonna apologize. Sorry, that's a bad habit too. Anyway, I was just another thing I'm not really impressed on the 3DS is just how terrible the resolution is on those back cameras. You think for putting a dual, I mean, it's got like top line technology in it. It's got that dual core in it. It's got a lot of stuff you can do it, but yet they had to put a very very crappy resolution on it. You think they could at least put like 2 or 3 megapixels, you know? So I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, you can have the capability of taking a picture and making it look 3D, but yet the resolution sucks, so it kind of takes away from it. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, DS cameras were never that good, and I don't think the whole point of a DS is its camera. It's
Yeah.
just sort of
Just a
there
gimmick.
for. Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, to brag that you can take 3DS pictures or 3D pictures that seem or appear 3D, they should have put at least a little bit better resolution in it. I know that
Resolution's fine, I think, for the screen size, but you just gotta. Well, it's not really clear though.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by it.
Well, it's basically a cell phone camera.
Pretty
Well, I
much.
don't know. Cell phone cameras are pretty good now.
That
Like the
depends on which
iPhone
cell phone.
4S, they say that compares to like $900 DSLR cameras. So, but that's like a high end phone, unless you're talking about just regular phones. So, if you're
iPhone
talking about
camera sucks.
your dumb phones. So, yeah, I had an old LG Chocolate Touch, and the camera on that sucked. So it only had 1.3 megapixels in the back, and that's like what I have on my front camera now. So, even though megapixels is not what it matters, you gotta have a good sensor too. So Bobby, what was your favorite console? I don't know if we even got to that. Did we?
Yeah. Well, you guys kind of went off on a tangent there, but uh, SP I like it for like its I don't know nostalgia purposes, but I like the Nintendo DS just for functionality better, and I guess my favorite game well Emerald I guess. What the heck are you guys doing back there?
What?
Who?
Okay, this is random. Okay, Bobby. Anyway, back to what is Emerald on? What is it on the DS? Is that what you're saying, or is it?
Well, Emerald is a Game Boy Advance game or SP or whatever.
Okay.
And I really love the whole Hoenn saga.
Hoenn.
Yes, Hoenn.
I'm a Hoenn.
I really love that whole saga. I thought it was amazing, and I'm really waiting for Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Give me my remakes.
There we go again with Pokemon. Let's not even go there.
Yes, yes, yes. Pokemon. Wait, you asked. You asked.
I know.
Hey, you know
I
what I
just
want though?
kept saying to myself, I'm like, I hope he doesn't say anything Pokemon. I hope he doesn't say anything Pokemon. I'm like, ah, and
You know
there he
what I want to
goes.
get though? I want to get
What?
that Game Boy Advance SP that has it's like colored like the old NES. That's so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had my lightning blue one, but
Because they didn't actually have a backlit screen compared to versus the advanced.
yeah, SP
There's
had a
two
backlit
versions.
screen. Yeah.
Did it come out after the advanced did?
Yeah.
Actually, Game Boy Advance did not have a backlit screen or a frontlit screen at all. Like the SP has two models. There's one that has a frontlit screen, which is not as good, and then there's one with the backlit screen.
Yeah, mine's backlit, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I'd want. Like, I just
Does
hated
it
it.
have multiple brightnesses, or can you just turn it on and off?
I don't know.
Me
I think
either.
you can just turn it on and off, but
That'd be a frontlit.
uh,
Just kidding.
I mean, compared to the Advance, it's way better.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better than the Advance. Well, the screen on the Advance is like you have to play in direct sunlight to actually see it. It's pretty dark, but the
Well,
colors are really deep on it though.
yeah.
So next topic, I guess.
Okay. Well, you guys are done with that topic, right?
Sure.
So,
We
Unless you
got the
want to turn,
favorite games out of the
unless you want to
way,
talk
but
about Burnout. Cool.
Balling out. Oh
Burn.
yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna change mine. It's the original Xbox with Burnout Takedown. Burnout 3 Takedown is my yes, my favorite. Okay. Okay. What? Hey, Bobby, do you want to go back to your? You ready to talk about racism? You racist bastard. I don't know why Bobby wants to talk about how racist he is, but okay, go ahead, Bobby.
I think you should probably wait until after you're done with your rant for your things you hate. It goes better.
Oh really? Okay, fine. After I'm done farting, hold on. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Just kidding. That was gross.
Yeah, quit grossing people out. You're just disgusting.
Trevor, your sister's the one that gave me that idea. I'm not gonna say which one. Oh, somebody texted. Oh, not right. Okay.
So what really grinds your gears?
A lot of things grind into my gears. Okay, so I was on my way from work today. Well, on my way home from work today, and it's just from the mall home, so it's only like 5 miles. But I was gonna go to Fred Meyer real quick and then come back. That's why I got home really late. So I'm going on Blue Lakes, headed towards Fred Meyer,
Blue
and
Lakes being a big boulevard.
yes, it's basically like the road. It's like the main road in the town that we live in, or the town that's anyway, the town that we're talking about, Twin Falls. Okay, I think we can say it. Um,
It's just a town, screw it.
yeah, it's just a town, Twin Falls, Idaho. Okay. Yes.
Roughly 40,000 population, roughly.
Yes, which is big to me, because the town I used to live in is Burley, Idaho, and it's 10,000 people. So yes. Anyway,
I used to live in Paul, which had 1,000 people.
yeah, and I
I
thought,
used to live in Las Vegas. That's 2,000 or 2 million people.
Shoot.
wow, that's like the state. That's like our population of our whole state, man. That's crazy. It's because we're so spread out. You know what? I heard the economy's so bad that Mexicans are trying to get back across the border.
I would
Isn't
be
that sad?
surprised.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Yeah,
No,
I thought that one would be a lot funnier than you guys reacted to it. Anyway,
it's boring.
I thought it was funny. I've told that to plenty of people and they've laughed. You guys don't have a good sense of humor. Oh, and then
Nope.
you laugh at that. God.
My humor sucks.
Yeah, it does. Anyway,
Like a vacuum cleaner.
yeah, but what the? What? How does Mexicans going across the border has anything to do with a vacuum cleaner?
Because it
No, you
sucks.
said it. You said it sucks, so I said like vacuum cleaner.
Well, because we have so much wind. It's because Utah sucks and Canada blows. But anyway, you're supposed to laugh. Now you just ruined it.
Ha
Okay.
ha
Wind
ha.
blows, hooray.
You totally tell that's not a very genuine laugh, and those are very, very funny jokes. Thank you.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Okay, we'll have to tell all of our funny jokes, even our most cheesy ones. All right. Anyway, I was driving to Blue Lakes on Fred Meyer. If Trevor doesn't interrupt me, I can get the story done with.
Fred Meyer being...
Pissed me off because from the Magic Valley Mall to Fred Meyer is probably maybe a mile and a half to 2 miles. I don't know how long it is, but it's a pretty good distance. There's like 3 or 4 lights between that. So, it's I don't know how many blocks it is. I couldn't really give you that exact estimate. It doesn't really matter. By the time I was there, I had seen 4 city cops and 1 state trooper. So there are cops all over the place. So, I'm going to be like, okay, if I see a person speeding, they've got to be the most dumbest, most idiotic person alive. Who kind of reminds me of somebody who's on this podcast. Let them wonder
Hey.
what I'm talking about. Oh, Trevor automatically thinks I'm talking about him. No, it's actually Trevor. Yes, it is.
Well, I thought you were going to imply that it was Bobby there after I said hey.
Nope, I'm talking about you, Trevor.
Good.
Anyway, bail on.
Bobby.
Okay, and it was pissing me off because everybody was freaking out, and it's toward the end of the month, so cops are trying to get their quota in, and they're being really, really strict on, speeding. They're really trying to knuckle down on it, which is, you think they'd always be knuckled down on it? You think they'd always be really strict against speeding, and not just towards the end of the month because they're stupid quotas? But yeah, apparently, when it's the first time of the month is the best time to speed because they don't care as much. Anyway. Okay, so I was going behind this guy, and it was pissing me off because there was 2 cars ahead of me, and I'm going 25 and a 35, and I'm like, don't you idiots realize the police can pull you over for going too slow, for impeding traffic? Dumbasses. Pissed me off. Anyway, because I couldn't pass one because there's 2 cars right by each other going down the road, and one's going kind of a little bit faster than 25, maybe 27, and one's going 25. So here I am, like, putting my bright lights on. I'm not tailgating them, but I really wanted to. I just wanted to like ram them, be like, "Hey, what the hell, dumbasses!" And I like waved my hand. I'm like, "What the heck, guys?" I mean, like they started slowing down for a traffic light that was like a tenth of a mile away, and it's just they're acting like they have to go. It's like just because the police are around doesn't mean you can't go the speed limit. They're looking for people who are going over the speed limit, not under.
Wish they were looking for people like going under the speed limit.
Yeah, they're looking for both. They just want people to go the speed limit so people can get where they're going on time. But traffic just really pisses me off. And by the way, guys or listeners, if you want to play a game that has done a really good job of creating real life traffic or emulating it, play Grand Theft Auto. There's even more idiots on there. So yeah, it really, really pissed me off. And I thought having to deal with Trevor was bad. Just man, if you were in my situation, you definitely understand.
Well, you know what? I've had more frustrating, like, well, not really frustrating, but just more irritating traffic story here. Like, I was driving down a road, right? It's like some country road, going 50, and then there's a bus in front of me, and then behind that bus is, like, see, 2 cars, and then there's me in my, like, little nasty little green Ford pick up whatever. There's a guy behind me wanting to drive 70 on this back road, right? And we're in a no pass zone, but this idiot gets over on the other lane where he can't see what's ahead of him, stays on it for like 30 seconds and passes up like all four of us. Like, what the flip are you thinking? You're gonna get in a crash.
Yeah.
Dude, they're ridiculous.
I don't know, like, but I hate getting. I know buses have to drive slow, or I don't know if they have to, but they do. I hate getting stuck behind them, especially if you're hurried.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
all
especially,
right.
yeah, especially if you're late, and that's what pisses me off about this is because like, I don't know why people can't simply go the damn speed limit. It just does not make any sense whatsoever. You know, it's like everybody knows I'm in a hurry, and
They're just
yet,
out there to piss you off.
yeah, it's like they're doing it on purpose. You know, and
That's the whole world. You just gotta deal with it because it's gonna happen everywhere you go.
oh man.
Yep.
Yeah, I like had to pull over and just yell. I mean, I
Yeah.
was almost to a point where I just didn't even want to do the podcast. I was such in a bad mood because not only that, I left work late, you know, because a customer that had to stay there, who was shopping even after we had closed. So I was like, you almost want to say to her, I was like, I almost want to get. I was like, because there's somebody who came in 5 minutes after we're closed because the lady forgot to lock all the doors except for one of them, you know, and then we tried not to let anybody else in.
Are
And
you open? No. Okay, I'll just go and shop now.
yeah, that's exactly what she did. And there's another one that knew we were closed. By the time I mean, closed at 9. By the time I started helping her at the register, it was 9:10. And then she's like, "Oh, do you guys have any silverware?" And I'm like, "Oh," because we can't technically say no. So by the time I closed, it was like 9:25. It's just, I don't know. You gotta wait for all those last customers. It's like I almost wanted to say, "Hurry up, get your shit, and get out." If I
Time for
was a
me to go
Walmart customer,
home.
that's what I'd say. I'd be like, "Welcome to Walmart. Fuck you. Get your shit and get out."
Yeah, welcome to Walmart. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So.
We don't want your business. We don't want money. Screw you. I want to go home.
Anybody, Bobby, do you have any pet peeves that just drives you nuts other than dumbass people?
You know what grinds my gears?
Yes, this needs to be a segment on everything, on every podcast we do. Just like talk about what pisses us off. Because I think people love to listen about people rant, especially if you're good at it. So,
Oh yes, I love ranting. Just about grinding gears. I hate it when a bunch of kids in the hallway are in like this ginormous group and they
oh,
will not let you pass. And you're trying to get to a class and they're just all like hanging around some dude's locker and it's just clogging the entire hallway.
and they
Yeah, I
know you're
know.
trying to get past them, but yet they won't effing move.
Or
You know,
then, yeah, I know. Or then, like, there's this guy and a girl making out right in front of a classroom door that you have to get into, and it's kind of awkward because, like, can you move? Can you, like, stop to breathe for a moment?
it's like people going out on the highway and just sitting there talking. You know what I mean?
People on
It's
the
like,
on the little back roads where we live, like they'll like stop, they'll like pull over to the wrong side of the road and stop and talk to someone on the side of the road, and then you're like, "Are you driving? What are you doing? Get out of my lane, moron!"
pisses me off. You know what? I have nothing against old people, but man, some of those old people are the most idiotic drivers I've ever seen.
Do you think
And
they'd
yet,
be the best because like they're
yeah,
all yeah.
some of them are good. Some of them are honestly good. Like you'll hardly ever see them get in an accident. But sometimes you see one that's so old that can barely walk, and you're like, "What the heck are you doing with the driver's license?" I mean, if I was a cop, I wish cops had this power. I wish they could pull them over, go up to them, and be like, "Ma'am, can I see your driver's license?"
You're too dang old.
And hands the gal hands a cop the driver's license. He's like, "Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Be on with your way."
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish that's how.
It's like an 85-year-old old lady just sitting there having the shakes, about to have a heart attack or something, just driving down the road and crashes into someone. Oh, did I do that?
I didn't even see you there.
I didn't see you there, son. I think I need to go get my glasses, prescription gents. My eyesight's so bad. I need to get a little bit stronger this time.
It's funny that we make fun of old people because, like, well, it'll be a long time before we're old. So crap. I want to be one of those old farts that can say, "I can't wait till I'm old." Actually,
You
that way
know,
I can
back
say
in my
disgusting.
day,
Yeah, that way I can say, well, not only that, but I can go up to women and just like hit on them and get away with it and say the most disgusting things. I mean, I could do anything to get away with it, you know.
back in my day, we used to spank women to pick them up.
We
Squawk,
used to
squawk.
go tap her ass and then be like, "Bitch, give me your number."
That's pretty much what people do nowadays.
Yeah. Some of them actually like being treated that way, which is kind of weird. It's like how these women complain about all the how men are jerks, but yet they keep dating them.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that
God.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
They're dumb.
I know. What's up with that?
Yes. What's up with that? What's up with airplane food? I just feel like we're being comedians. Yeah, what's up
It's
with that?
hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yes, it's hilarious.
LOL.
I know Bobby's mantra is fly high. He likes to do marijuana. He likes to be high.
If you're standing on a toilet, does that mean you're high on pot?
Yes, yes.
Good.
I like those little things, those little sayings. Well, okay, it was sad, okay, because Fred Meyer, I used to work there, and now I work at Macy's. In fact, I'm still not even out of my work clothes, so I dressed up to do this podcast, Bobby and Trevor. I got a tie on, I've got a dress shirt on, I did my hair, and well, that kind of sounds funny.
Nice.
And I have my dress pants on, like I'm gonna go to church,
I can
and
see it.
yeah, we'll not go there because Bobby's he's an atheist.
Whoa.
Just kidding. Sorry, Bobby. I don't mean anything by it. Now he's upset. Bobby, are you crying? It's kind of weird. It sounds like he's laughing and crying at the same time. Anyway, I helped this old lady out. I think she drives like this Ford Taurus. It's like a Ford Taurus, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's this big four-door sedan. Anyway.
Did you say Saddam or Sedan?
I said sedan.
Sounds like you said Saddam, like Saddam Hussein.
I know that's what I said. Sedan. The sedan. So I had helped her out. I had helped her put her groceries in her car, and then she was backing up. What she didn't realize is there's this green Hyundai CRV, like this little compact SUV behind her. She thought she was in. I think she thought she was in. She backed up. Okay, she was going to put it in drive, but let alone unknown to her knowledge, she had kept it in reverse, and so she pressed on the gas so hard. I mean, so fast that her car backed up and just smashed right in the back of that Honda CRV, which then ran into this other car. So there's 3 different cars involved in this. I went out, and I mean, this was a really loud slam. I mean, just it freaked everybody out in the lobby. They're like, "What's that?" First thing I did was run out there. All of a sudden, I see this Taurus that's up on the curb. I mean, she went back and she kept going. Old lady didn't stop putting on the brakes, which I don't blame her. Something happens like that, you're not really thinking.
Huh.
So,
Have you heard the story where the old lady in this car was like going reverse out of a parking lot, right? And there's a semi like right behind her, and she pulls under the trailer, and like pretty much mushes the top of her car.
Oops.
Like, why don't you look where you're going? Can't you like turn around, see what's behind you? No. Okay, let's go and get our heads lopped off by a semi-trailer.
She's like, it hurts to turn around. I'm just gonna.
I can't find my glasses. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to go solo.
Have you seen my cane?
I can't see without it because I'm blind.
What?
Ah!
What else drives you nuts, guys? Trevor, or anything that
Not
drives
grinder.
gears, man? What just absolutely irritates you?
Kids on Xbox Live.
Doing what? Because they're on Xbox Live. Stop that. Thank you. Okay. What about kids on Xbox Live that just grinds your gears?
They sit there and just moan and biatch about how you're playing, even though you're playing the game just right. So what if I'm using explosives? They're in the game, isn't it? Well, that means I should use it. Of course.
Do you ever play with your PP?
Yeah, I play with my PP. Well, yeah, there's a video about some dude who's called "This Gun Fucking Sucks," right? And he takes a gun and complains about it. Well, he took the PP90M1 or something like that and just kept on going on like, well, when you play with your PP, you gotta stick it up in people's faces and unload on them. Yeah, it's just a huge running joke thing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, I like when he says you have to get pretty close up to him and just blast your PP all over him, just to kill anybody.
Man, this is reminding me of things that people in Pokemon worlds keeps messing up about. It's like because you're in the middle of the desert, right? And then like Ash and them never realize that they have water Pokemon that can use the water gun. But then I start thinking, if if you are in the desert and your Pokemon's using water gun to keep you alive, and then what happens when it runs out of power points? It says, "I'm sorry, but I don't have any more PP for this move."
You know what's funny?
Then you realize what you've just been drinking.
Well,
Yeah,
guess
kind of
what?
like that commercial, add the Axe Detailer, clean your balls. We'll have to include
Oh
the
my
links.
gosh.
Trevor, do you use the Axe Detailer? You got some pretty dirty balls, man. Aren't
I
you
didn't
cleaning
clean
your
my
balls
balls.
like every day? That's what they recommend.
Well, 1 second though. Like, okay, you know Adam Agro. He's like one of the few people that like this on Facebook. He might be watching,
Really
listening
cool,
to this
yeah.
right now. Hello, Adam Agro.
You
Well,
need to
he's
have him as guest.
streaming like Earthbound like one day, right? And when you start Earthbound, you ask you a few questions. You know, one of them is like, what's your favorite thing? And they're just messing around. They're like, sex, right? And then
How's that
later in
not?
the game, you get a power based off that word that you typed in. So he got a power named Psysex, and he ran out of PP. So I was like, ha ha, you don't have enough PP for Psysex. It's hilarious at the time.
It's funny because
It's still pretty funny.
most of the jokes that Trevor says, it's like one of the jokes where you have to be there.
Yeah, it's all inside jokes.
What is your favorite type of condoms and tampons? Just kidding, just kidding.
Let's see here. What company has a monopoly on condoms?
Trojan! Which is this? What inspired our school to choose as their mascot?
Yay! Look at me
Hey,
wearing a Trojan.
hey, in their defense, our school had that mascot before those condoms were made, okay?
Guess what? Guess what? My team mascot is a condom. It's on my shirt. Look at this thing.
Condom.
You know what?
Do you remember the back of the football
Oh my
player's
gosh,
shirt?
dude! There's on the back of this T-shirt for like the sports teams. It says Trojans go hard or go home. Like really? Like who comes up with that crap? They know they're just being funny. They're like, haha, with condoms.
I know it's dumb, but it's one of those jokes. It's so dumb, it's funny.
Wrap it before you tap it.
Yeah, you gotta cover your whacker before you. Oh, never mind.
You just can come up
Fail.
with a rhyme.
I'm gonna look those up. Okay, there's this whole list full of funny slogans for National Condom Day, which they actually apparently have a National Condom Day. I want to be a part of that process.
Yeah,
Um,
do you go like to City Hall just to get free condoms?
yeah, that'd be cool. They need to start handing them out actually, because like
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to go buy condoms. Actually, not that I
Yeah,
need.
because then this old nasty old biatch lady at the cash register, she's like, "Do you buy on these?" Well, yeah. What does it look like? Thanks.
Like I think it'd be embarrassing to go buy them at Fred Meyer because everybody knows me there. They'd be like, "Hey,
They're like, "Whoa, Bryson."
Well, it was awkward too because I was walking in the lobby one time. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was walking out. I was over by the lobby or outside Fred Meyer, and this guy, had two full bags in each hand, and there was the bags were bulging so big. Okay. Anyway, this pack of condoms fell out. I was like, "Oh, here you go, man." And he kind of walks away. It was kind of very awkward. And as he walked away, I was like, "Oh, maybe this would be funny to say." At least you're protected, man. And everybody kind of looked at me weird. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. No, what you gotta do is slip the condoms inside of a porno magazine that you're buying or something. I don't know.
That's not
Which
much
is really
better.
awkward, too.
I don't know.
Like I think in sex class they really need to hand those out. I mean, you're really gonna teach abstinence as a solution for not having any STDs. I mean,
Good luck with that.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, it makes sense, but it's like we're still gonna have sex, you know.
Who's
But
gonna look
sex isn't as good as I thought it would be. But okay, go ahead, guys.
That's nice to know.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you know
know.
what's funny? Like, when you walk into sex ed class for the first time, like you just
Oh,
sit
God.
there, like walk down, you walk in there, sit down, you're just minding your own business. And then some smart A just comes in and just starts yelling, "Penis, vagina."
I remember when like I was in Jarvis's class and we actually have somebody who would yell that out randomly, just in different ways. And then what's funny? I remember being at the lunch table that we usually guys who listen to this podcast, we usually when I was back in high school with the Bobby and Trevor where I met them both, and I never thought Trevor would ever be my neighbor, which is kind of a scary concept. It's the fact that we used to eat lunch together all the time, and we had. I remember one time we were eating lunch, and this guy just came up on the table and was like, "Vagina," and I was like, it caught us all off guard. It scared them.
Whoa.
Hey, Trevor.
Have you ever heard of the penis game? Well, like
I usually don't play with my penis with other people. But
you don't play with your pee-pee?
well, all the time, but
Well, me and my friends, like, there's this penis game. Almost everybody should know it. Well, anyway,
Trevor
it's where you're
playing.
sitting in class and then you start off like a whisper. You're like sitting there like penis, penis, penis. It just keeps on growing and growing. Like you're supposed to you're supposed to see how loud you would dare say penis, like in front of a teacher or something without getting in trouble or embarrassed or something.
I think I would just do it, especially if I was a senior. I'd be like, it's my
Dude.
last year anyway.
Yeah, I was like, screw it. Like, I was sitting there in the library with my friend. We're just sitting here just yelling penis. And then, like we got to, like, the max we would go. And I was like, screw it, dick. And just, like, said that, like, really loud. The librarian looks over at me. And I'm like, what did I do?
Well, dude, sex is cleaner with a package cleaner. I mean, no glove, no love, man. I'm gonna have to include this in the a link in the description. It's actually really funny. Some of these that you can read. There's over like 200 of them. You know what? No shirt, no flirt, man. Wrap it before you tap it.
Yeah, I said wrap it before you tap it. You copy.
Dress him up before you mess her up. Don't trust Jesus. Cover your penis. Oh, that was bad.
That's nasty, though.
Contain your lizard, then tickle her gizzard.
Oh my god.
Hood that match, then scratch that.
Yeah.
You cover before you shove her. Pack it in plastic. It'll be fantastic. I love that. That should be the name.
It ain't plastic.
Yeah, some of it is actually. You pack it in plastic. It'll be fantastic. I think that should be the name of this podcast. I mean, this episode.
Oh God.
Pack it in plastic. It'll be fantastic.
Wrap it before you tap it.
Don't excrete. Wrap your meat.
Oh my gosh.
Wrap your meat before you beat. Wrap it before you tap it.
Well, if you're beaten, why would you wrap it? It's not gonna get anywhere.
Don't be a fool. Vulcanize your tool. Hey, Bobby, I have a very good piece of advice that will keep you from very
No.
screwing up your life, okay? Hold on, I gotta find it. Dang it. Okay, keep talking.
You lost the advice.
Oh, fail.
Okay, the right selection, Bobby, is to protect your erection.
Oh my gosh.
If you wrap it in foil, you need to wrap it in foil, Bobby, before you check her oil.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's nice to know.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, if you think about it, it's actually a really good piece of advice. I mean, if you put a condom on your dink before you dart it in her sink, that's pretty good.
Oh, wow. So I'd say next topic now.
Yeah, I think you should probably wrap your nipper before you dip her. Or
Yep.
you should cover your limb before you swim. Can your knob then throb her swab? Okay, that's sad. House that bottle, then smash her throttle.
How many of those are there?
I like this one. Wrap that rod, then please her bod.
That's
What about this one? Prune that stalk, then make her squawk.
Oh my god.
Hey, Bobby, if I give you a nickel, will you tickle my pickle?
Oh my, don't even go there. That's so wrong. That is so wrong.
Hey, Trevor, I'll give you $1 if you can make me taller.
Wow. That's nice to know. I think I'll decline that offer. Thanks.
Okay, next subject. Did you guys just hear that?
So I think the next subject is, what is your favorite technology brand, Bobby?
I like AMD processors.
They're okay, I think.
I don't know. They're like a cheap form of. They're like a cheap cousin of Intel, basically.
Not really. Well, like back in the old computer days, they used to Intel used to license out their processors for AMD, so that AMD can make the exact same processor. But AMD is its own company now; it makes different processors.
Well, I mean, it's cheaper than Intel. You know, Intel's kind of the more expensive processor. Sorry, I'm not really feeling good. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Trevor.
So AMD is like just your flat out favorite technology company?
I don't know. I mean, my computer's a Frankenstein conglomeration of all different companies, so I don't really have one favorite.
It could be about like TVs and general appliances and
well,
stuff.
as far as plasma TVs, I like Vizios.
Really? And I don't blame you. Like, I think when it comes to that, I'm actually more of an LG guy or a Samsung. I really think Sony's not a bad product, but when it comes to TVs, it's like you're paying. It's like it's an overpriced TV with mediocre parts, is my opinion. And you guys may disagree, but that is my opinion. So, I really think you're paying more for the name, like you're paying more for a Cadillac. I mean, you could
And more
get a
for an Apple.
yeah, you know what I mean. This is like for a
Apple.
$2,500 Mac, I could go build a desktop that's worth $2,500 and it'd be twice as powerful, or at least
Almost.
it would
Exactly.
outrun the Mac. So
Well, I'm more of a Sony guy. Well, like I have,
yeah, you are.
at my house I have like a Sony stereo receiver. Got the PS3. Got the Sony DVD player from like 1999. Got the Sony VCR. Got the Sony TV. Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of cool because like back then they made more stuff out of metal. Like I have this old VCR that's from like the late 18 or 1980s, 1880s.
What kind of
1880s.
Yes, I have this VCR from the 1880s. It was really really cool.
It doesn't work as a concept, a 100-year-old concept.
Yeah, you have to wind. I mean, you have to wind this little thing up before you can use it. You know, to
It's
like
got like a little spring. You got the crank. You gotta wind it up like a record player.
yeah, kind of like one of those rechargeable flashlights is what I'm saying. But it's actually cool. It's in my cabinet and it works better. It's lasted longer than any other VCR I've had.
Well, you're not constantly watching that one though.
Well, actually, when we're up at a cabin, I mean, it's seen its days.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think metal parts, I think last longer than metal parts. I mean, plastic parts. Even though plastic's cheaper, it's lighter. It's more. I don't know if it's more durable.
It's not durable or more
Maybe
durable.
compared to metal. And I know metal's heavy. It's conductive, but I got to tell you, I'm gonna steal that VCR before somebody else got ruins it because I think it's actually a pretty cool piece of equipment. I mean, I don't even remember the name. Like it's got a built-in equalizer in it, so you can actually see like yeah, it's really cool. Like you know how like sometimes when you're like like when you get play an audio and you know how sometimes you got those little things that the lights will light up and like
Yeah.
the louder it gets like that. I don't know what you call those. It actually has one of those on the front so you can adjust it and everything. It's pretty cool. So it's got a lot of buttons on the front compared to your average. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of metal products because, like, computer cases when they went plastic, like they're just kind of cheap now.
He has a good
I have
library.
this old, like, Pentium one piece of metal, hunk of metal thing. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Now see, why is it Trevor? What's that one computer that you keep the tower side off or the cover?
Oh, it's the Pentium one. It's because I need to Well, I don't like taking the cover on and off, so I just leave it off so I can swap out the hard drives between Windows 98 and DOS 6.22.
Now is that good or bad to keep the?
What?
Does it not really matter? Because I mean, doesn't a
Oh,
computer have to maintain a certain temperature so that
well,
would
yeah, that actually isn't bad. Well, for some high performance computers nowadays, where it requires like a certain airflow, like people like design the thing from top to bottom to work with a certain like air pressure inside and whatnot. But this thing's from like '97. Like they just stuck a fan on the CPU and they're like, to hell with it.
yeah, so it's actually okay for it then.
So yeah, that thing never really gets that warm.
Yeah, mostly for me when it comes to it, like for TVs, I'm mostly an LG guy. When it comes to phones, I'm kind of, whatever's the best, whatever has the best ratings.
Droid.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
more like Android, because I bought an LG, which technically is not a Droid, 'cause it has Android on it.
but it has Android on it.
Well, it'd have to be Motorola made the Droid, man. That's actually a type of phone, not a type of.
Yeah, it's an Android versus Droid. Android being the operating system, Droid being the phone.
Well, actually, yeah, I was gonna say like people refer any Android, they actually call it a Droid, but it's just like you can't really say that because I mean one of the first Motorola made the Droid, and that's one of the first phones that had Android on it.
Yeah,
So
I think it was because wasn't Android developed by Motorola?
yeah, see, it was like yeah, it was, and not only that, it's like they partnered with Google or it was with Google. You know, sometimes you'll see that on the back of the phone. I think the very first phone that had Android was I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, it's the Droid One or whatever. Remember, they were bragging about how fast that is. This one, it could slide out, had a really big screen with a nice keyboard, so it was touchscreen. Which actually, I was jealous when my friend had it. I still think it's a cool phone. It has gigahertz processor in it, so. Which
I
my
like Motorola.
yeah. It was with Verizon, I think. I don't know if AT&T had one. I remember when people like Mr. One of the teachers, the music teacher at Wendell, was. You remember when people were upset that the iPhone wasn't on Verizon yet, but now it's like on all three carriers?
Yeah,
There was that whole big problem with. Um,
AT&T sucks.
well, and not only that, and that was what kept people from going to A&T to get it, or The only reason why they went to AT&T is because they had the iPhone. You know, and there was a big problem with AT&T being mad at Apple for even wanting to go to Verizon because of their.
Well, they got a exclusivity deal, but that's over now.
And I think it's better to where they're on all three carriers, let people choose. But I think if you had the common sense, you'd go for Verizon, even though they don't have unlimited data. Because I heard Sprint's customer service just sucks.
Yeah.
When it comes to calling the hotline. Okay, so Trevor, what are you? When it comes to TVs, what company are you most overall? You said Sony. But when it comes to laptops, are you a Sony guy? Are you an Acer guy? Are you a Dell guy? Or
I have an Acer, but I like Dell. Well, laptops, I don't really give a crap as long
it
as
just
they
depends on
doesn't
what you're.
overheat. Well, yeah, because like laptops, like this HP thing that I'm supposed to fix is getting all overheating. Like it pretty much fried the CPU or something, because it will not turn on. And I've tried. Oh, there's a solution on the internet that supposedly works. Like take the CMOS battery out of it, like take all the batteries and stuff out of it, and let it sit for like a day.
You should
Should
try
like reset the CMOS RAM so the BIOS won't be corrupted anymore. That didn't work, so that thing's pretty much toast. As long
Yeah,
as it doesn't overheat, it's fine.
yeah. I hate seeing a laptop like that do that because it's like nicer than anything I got. So I
Yeah.
hate it when, yeah, I hate it when I see it like that because like, man, I wish we could fix that, and then I totally buy it from you because it's nicer than anything I got. But the only downside is that I've had so many people that I know of have so many different problems with HP, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but my sister has an HP Entertainment laptop where the screen is, you can fold it and then turn it into like make it like a tablet and you can touch on it and write notes, but it overheats so quickly because it's such a small little thing. I mean, it gets so hot on the bottom it burns your lap. I mean, that's how hot it is.
Well, my
You- you-
sister's laptop gets pretty dang hot. I wonder about that one. This Acer that I got here, this Acer Extenso or whatever,
Yeah,
it runs really cool.
yeah. Even though my Dell 2500, it would get so hot and the fan was so loud, it would just drive you nuts. You know, or it's not that it would overheat; it would just be so loud. And then when like the processor was running at full speed or enough for you to hear it, it sounded like it was raining, like literally. Anyway, like
Would it have that little like clickety sound going on or what?
yeah, well,
That's
yeah,
probably a sign of a bad fan or the fan's going bad.
yeah, it's a pretty old computer. It's seen its days. I bought it for 250 when it was a decent computer when it was fairly new.
Yeah,
But
well, as far as desktops go, I like Dell
yeah,
and
I think
or custom.
though, you know, like my computer right now is an X-Blade. That's what it says on the front of it. But it's been so customized, it probably doesn't really belong to any other company because it's got different parts from different brand.
Well, no, it doesn't belong to anybody but you.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying you can't really say it was made by a certain company. It was originally an X-Blade, but we've taken it, added what we've put a new motherboard in it, so it's completely got new parts in it from when we started. When we first had it, so it's a completely different computer. Basically, it's a custom built desktop. So I can't really say it's a Dell. Even though when I registered Windows 7, I told everybody it was a Dell. Like so
Yeah. So, Bobby, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm
it's
still here.
Sheesh, kind of quiet there.
I have nothing to say.
Well,
well,
what's your favorite computer manufacturer?
I hate HP.
Uh,
I hate Compaq. Sorry, I know I'm not Bobby.
HPs, no, not really in favor of them too much. I mean, I like Dells, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, Acers are okay, but their monitor burned out on me, and I'm kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
So now I'm back to using one of these big old boat anchors.
Jeez.
Hey,
What kind of
Bone
monitor
Acres
did
are
you have?
awesome.
There you go. What'd you say, Trevor?
They ain't Boat Acres, those are awesome.
I
Yeah.
can't use it though because freaking these things are like I can't look at the pixels. They're all blurry.
Well, and
Well,
not only
turn up the
that, these drive
sharpness.
me nuts because they take up so much effing space, man.
I
They're
like
cool.
mine. Mine's really clear.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
yours
because
is.
yours is like that Trinitron thing. But if I put that on my desk, I'd have no room for anything.
Yeah, the Trinitron's really big, but you know what? The colors on it are so bright, like no LCD can match that, except maybe like the LED LCDs, but those are not too. I don't know. I
Has
sort of like that one.
has HP always owned Compaq? You guys know? Because I used,
Not always. Compaq used to be its own company, I think.
yeah, because I used to own. It was quite a while ago. I think it's in the really early 2000s. Because like it had an Intel Pentium for it, I'm pretty sure. But I used to my dad bought a compact, came with the tower, came with the keyboard. It's basically where you buy, a package deal where it comes with everything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that compact monitor, which was one of those big, I think it was like a Trinitron one kind of, it had such good color in it, and it was still good to the last day we used it. I was really impressed with it. I like that computer. It came with two CD burners, two CD trays. It's where you put one in the top of the CD you'd want to burn, and one in the bottom, which is actually faster than just having one. Because now you have to, if you only have one, you put it in there, it memorizes it, and then you burn it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, can I ask you guys something? I know this is off topic, but I've been wondering this for a long time.
Off topic.
Why is it people hate fucking Nickelback? I think they actually wrote some pretty decent songs.
I like Nickelback.
Yeah, and I heard that they were going to perform at the Detroit Green Bay game, and everybody was so upset because they were going to do the halftime show, and everybody hated them. So I don't know if they actually did, end out. Or
I don't know why people hate them, but I don't mind them. But yeah, they had some good songs here and there. But overall, I'm not like too big of a fan.
It's like, I don't mean to be rude to them, but it's like I don't really love them or hate them. I only like hit songs. The songs that were on the radio the most. Like, I thought the Rockstar one was pretty dumb, even though it's pretty cool at the same time.
I think it's funny. I think it's just there for comedic relief because I think it's hilarious. But
so it's not meant to be the best song.
I'll have a quesadilla. Ha ha ha.
It was kind of cool. Like, it's like the show or the movie Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, it's so stupid. It's funny. I kind of want to go get that soundboard now. Okay. Okay. Can we talk about Do you want to keep talking about your favorite brand?
One thing though, because you know what's nasty about Nickelback though? When you're sitting in a car with four of your friends who are guys, right? And you're like listening to the radio, you're not really paying attention, and like the music's all blaring out the windows. You're sitting there at an intersection, and all of a sudden, the Nickelback song "Sex Is the Answer" comes on. And when you listen to it for like a minute, not even knowing what it is, then all of a sudden we all like just realize what the heck it is. We just look at each other and we're like, "Get the crap off our radio! It's gay." There's like four guys in here and we're listening to this song.
Like, apparently there was a petition that, like, because Nickelback was going to go release their 7th album, which is that's a decent number of albums for how long they've been a band. But apparently there was numerous blog posts. There was a petition, which even more blog posts and actual news stories. Nobody from the band's camp has commented yet, but I'm sure they're wondering what I am.
Petition for what? Like making them not release it?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
It's actual band, and I just thought that's stupid. I'm reading
That's freaking retarded. They can release whatever the flip they want. Like,
I know,
so like, what? If you don't want to listen to it, don't buy the freaking album. Leave them alone.
I actually was trying to Google it, why people hate them. I'm trying to find out why. I just kind of wanted, I'm trying to get the point of view from the people that say they hate them.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want to know too because they're not that bad.
I mean, that's still a matter of opinion, but yeah, there's artists that I really don't love, like Tom Petty. His voice drives me nuts, and I don't like a couple of his songs. But yeah, I still respect him as an artist, and I don't hate him. I mean, when you write a petition against him, that seems kind of far.
That is a little far, yeah.
Past the line. Here, maybe I have this. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this. Hold on a second. Keep guys talking, but I was going to read this article about. It says, "Why do people hate Nickelback?" And is Chad Kroeger really that ugly?
So, weren't you gonna read that, or you're not? Or you're gonna have
Chad Kroeger. They say Chad Kroger's ugly. I swear, all the people I see says that Chad Kroeger is Nicolas Cage plus Jesus.
What, like the dude who sings?
Yeah.
The best comparison I've ever heard in my life. Actually.
Well, since I'm a straight male, I'm not gonna make any comments on how guys look as gay. I don't know.
Actually, Trevor,
he's not bad.
You can still say how they look. They're not like they're decent.
He doesn't look like a derp.
Honestly, I'll say Brad Pitt. He's a decent looking guy. Like, I don't look at men that way. And
sure you do.
But I think you're going to the point where it kind of makes you feel like you're homophobic. And
no, I don't know. I'm just joking. Like,
because I'm just being serious though for a moment. I really think you can say, hey, that guy's decent. I don't think he's ugly.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If you go past that point, I definitely think that I'd be a little concerned. You know what I mean? There's a line you don't pass, but I think a girl can say another girl is cute, she's pretty, but it doesn't mean it's not like they're attracted to them.
Or are they?
Well, just because you say somebody's good looking, I mean, you say they're good looking. I'm not saying they're ugly. So
Yeah, as long as he ain't like no half-ton fat guy getting up on the stage and start like whining like about his photographs and crap.
So what is your favorite band, actually? So I guess
The
this podcast
Script.
is more like getting to know us. So.
The
The
Script?
Script.
What's that all about?
Well,
Choice.
they're a pop band from Dublin, I think,
Pop.
and they sing mostly just breakup songs, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, and there's some love songs too. They're not all, but most of them are.
Guess
Like,
what?
what is your favorite one? The hold on, Trevor. While we're on that, and just so you know, Bobby, I really like that you like Script because me and you, out of the three of us, are the only ones that really have any music taste in common, or our music, like our taste in music is common, more in common than me and Trevor. Like me and Trevor, like totally on opposite.
Well, me and Trevor's
Except for
got Linkin Park.
Ozzy Osbourne. Cool.
No, I don't know. I think he's. I've never been into him. I'm not saying I hate him or. You know what I mean? There's artists. It's like I don't listen to them a lot. I'm not saying I wouldn't check them out. For that would say
AC/DC,
I
Def
close
Leppard.
line, but it's not like I would. I don't know. I don't really love them. I don't love them nor hate them. So. At least you can respect me for saying that. It's kind of like Lady Gaga. I don't really.
Oh my gosh.
I got a friend who
I'm
dressed
gonna
up.
wear a dress made out of meat.
Dude, that's so. What is up with her? Like, I haven't even seen her. I've like listened to like 8 of her songs. Like, everybody's going like nuts for Lady Gaga. I'm like sitting there like,
Justin Bieber.
Lady Gaga, are you serious? What's with the freaking name?
You know, in Justin Bieber's defense, his voice has changed and his songs are a little better, but I mean, I
Still
still think
suck.
they're awful, but
Yeah, have you heard his new song, The Boyfriend? Actually, like this guy did a toy. Actually, don't laugh at it until you've listened to it. But yeah, I know.
you know what? You know what? I have seen that cover, that Tyler Ward one. I think it's better than than the
Yeah,
original.
that makes me laugh though when somebody can take a cover and make it better than the original.
Hey, hey, you know
Still,
that song? You know that song, Somebody That I Used to Know? It's by some band, I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah,
somebody made a cover, Walk Off the Earth made a cover, and it's way better.
yeah, it's like, do you know that Foo Fighters "Best of You"? Like this guy named Boise Avenue. I think his name is like David Alejandro. Who's him and his brothers have become really famous for actually going on YouTube and making covers of their favorite songs. But
Yeah.
just so you know, I'm wearing my headphones now, so it might sound a little better. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to say is basically he took this song and Foo Fighters, like, I just am not a fan of his voice. It's like he can sing, but he has a certain limit to it. And beyond that limit, he just sounds completely tone deaf. And I don't want to offend anybody here that might like him, but he took that song and made it a lot better. So you should go listen to the original song. It's called Best of You, and I'll send you guys the link or include the links in the description bar. But man, he took it and it sounded like twice as good. Even twice, it's like twice as bad, or you know what I mean? It sounds like 2 times better than the original artist. So, and not only that, he made it kind of more of like an acoustic, like he played it with the piano instead of the actual condom joke lyrics. Oh, okay.
I'm writing down reminders. Jeez, you don't have to say them out loud.
Oh, sorry. It's I didn't mean to. I thought it'd start out.
Well, I know a few
Do
covers
you
that
know
are
what
a
I
lot
mean?
better than
Though?
the originals.
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah, if you have any, let me know. Give me the links.
like you know, how is it? The people who made Shine, like, whoa, heaven let your light shine. You know that song?
Yeah.
What is that? What's the band that originally sang that? Like something. Well, Pillar did a really good cover of that, and then Ordinary World from Duran Duran. Red made a pretty good cover of that too.
Actually, I really, really like the red that you were talking about. How long have they been a band? Have they been a band for quite a long time, or?
Maybe around 2007, 2006.
To Nickelback. I just really hate how people disrespect them. I mean, they've kind of gone. Some of the guys that hate him. I mean, to hate an artist just seems outright, pretty
Kind of
outright.
rude.
Yeah, it's like if you don't like him, then don't listen to him. If simply, it's like the guys that protested against him and Eminem. It's like if you don't like him, you don't
Don't
like what he
listen.
stands for, then just fucking ignore him. Let him be who he wants to be. You know, just get out of his way. You know.
Yep.
That's
I
what.
know, I know, I know. And
Yeah,
personally, I don't see what they have a problem with. I like their songs.
yeah, yeah. And maybe the argument is I don't know. I really want to do some research and get more familiar with what the reason is. But it's like honestly, If you don't like him, leave him alone. Maybe the argument is he only writes a few good songs. Well, there's
Well,
one.
that's nice to know.
Well, yeah, there's one good fucking answer to that. It's like don't listen to him.
I know.
Well, freaking and it's not like they just write only one good song. Like, I mean, I like Saving Me, I like Someday, I like When We Stand Together, I like
Sexy
How Do
the
You
answer.
Remind Me.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Animals.
If everyone cared, isn't that another one? Or
Yeah, that's a great one.
yeah, I love that one. Actually, that one has some pretty powerful political message to it.
If
No,
Today
it's
Was Your
not.
Last Day.
Yeah, that one too. That I think that's the one I'm talking about.
You know the one with the music video where everybody has like a countdown timer on top of their heads, like that's how
Yeah,
long.
Saving Me, Saving Me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good one.
Well,
Oh, I love that one.
I don't know. Let's not include the links to the Nickelback just because I think if they want to watch it, they can go YouTube it. So,
Yeah,
well,
I'm pretty sure that everybody's heard of Nickelback at least once. If you haven't been, you gotta be slapped down.
yeah, you've had to be in a coma for the last 20 years, honestly. So,
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 20 years. Was it?
how long is still you'd miss? Could you imagine?
2002, I think.
Really? That's a lot of
Never-
albums for just a few years like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, geez, they're already releasing their 7th album. That's impressive.
It's like one a year.
Yeah, it's like I know a band that they're called Matchbox, and for how long they've been a band.
Matchbox 20.
Yeah, I love them. Honestly, I love their new one, but their new album only had like 7 new songs, and the rest were like really re-released hits. And I'm like, really? Like, we love you guys, but you need to get up off your asses and start writing new songs. I mean, they're talented. You know, Rob Thomas is the one I'm talking about, and it's like, I don't know, maybe they're just starting to get to a point where they're puttering out and they don't really have any future ideas. So
did you check out Thousand Foot Crunch?
yeah, I did actually, and I kind of like them.
They got some pretty cool rap rock stuff going on.
So hold on. I thought you said you don't like rap, man. I mean, what's wrong with?
Straight rap is just freaking boring and dumb. Like if you have like you mix it with rock, it's like
Oh, okay.
1 + 1 = 2. It's like awesome.
And I'm not trying to put down rap here, but I can definitely see what you say because
I'll
it's
put
like,
down rap. Rap sucks. Straight up.
Hey, don't say that because I kind of like. Well, the only rap I like is anybody who's anything like Eminem. I really love that guy. I respect him. I used to be the way I used to think the way that you thought. Yeah, like, dude, Trevor, I used to be exactly like you when it comes to him. But now that I actually kind of gave him a try, I actually really like him. So
Hey, Trevor. Hey, Trevor, you know what really grinds my gears? When a kid in web design class decides to call every other music boring except for rap.
Dude, like we listened to like I went and played my most rap song there is. Like it's like pretty much straight up rap. And he's like, "This sucks. It ain't rap. It's freaking rap, you moron."
And here he is trying to, advocate rap.
Well, I'm not
no.
advocating it, but it's just on my flash drive. It's just like those compilation discs or stuff that you get off the iTunes or something like that. Come up with a rap song here and there.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, man. Like I'm not trying to say rap is the best. I'm just saying you should give it a listen. It's not as horrible as people put it out to be. But the only thing I can definitely see what you mean because the beat seems like it's always the same. The only thing different is the
Well,
word.
I like the beat. That's why I like rap rock because it takes rock with like sort of the beep and the rapping at the same time. The beat, not the beep.
But there's some beats where it's annoying. Like
beep 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 beep.
well, there's this one guy that took like Annie. Have you guys ever seen that movie or heard of it? The song "The Sun Comes Out Tomorrow." It's like they took that and they rapped when they're not singing. So I'm like, really? You're not even coming up with your own music here. It's just pathetic. But no, like I was raised. I always will think that classic rock is better. That's just me. I was raised with classic rock. Easy listening, I guess, is what my dad calls it.
I'm more of a pop guy. But
easy listening. Yeah. That's more like 80s.
A little bit of everything, kind of.
I don't know.
I'm more like I listen to a song and be like, I like it, so I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Regardless
I don't care what genre. Yeah, regardless of what genre it is.
And I think that's how I am, kind of. Or I listen to whatever I'm in the mood in. Mood for, regardless of what genre it's in. So I thought I would just
Demon Hunter.
So, yeah, I'll go ahead and read this article. I don't know if it's any good. You guys can butt in anytime you want or just wait until I'm done. The article is called "Why Do People Hate Nickelback?" and it's Why is Chad Kroger really that ugly? That's kind of a stupid. If you hate him because of that, then why do you
Really?
guys
Like, why are they writing an article about
I
how
don't
someone
even think
looks? It's
I
like,
don't even
waste
think
of
it's
time?
that ugly. I mean,
That was the best or best analogy I've ever heard. What did you say Chad Kroger looks like?
it
Like
was it was Nicolas Cage and Jesus.
yeah.
that yeah, that's the best
It
analogy I've
it
ever heard.
matches. It matches perfect.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah, pretty much perfect.
And I love Nicolas Cage. Like what was the movies that he did? Oh,
Like
National
National
Treasure
Treasure.
too.
National
Oh,
Treasure. I love those.
so much better than the
You
first
know
one.
what's messed up? Like, you think he'd have like a cool personality, but I heard like one time he like went and Drake started beating his wife and stuff. Like, really? Come on, dude. You're better than that.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like, you made well, you're the star in National Treasure. Be better than that. You're supposed to be like a badass.
What happened?
Like, apparently he went out and was drinking and started beating his wife after he got home or something
Oh,
like
that's not cool. Yeah. It's kind of like how everybody loved Tiger Woods, and then all of a sudden we find out he's
that.
been.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
Well,
like,
Tiger Woods, that wasn't even really that bad. Just like, yeah, he was cheating on his wife. Sorry. Like,
I think he's a role model. I mean, honestly,
there's people out there that do like way worse stuff. Like, they're just picking on him because he's like the most famous golfer in the world or whatever.
you know what I hate? As I think the reason why we put so much attention and focus on people like that, especially famous people or famous athletes, is like paying. Making fun of them makes us feel better about ourselves. It's like, who are we to judge? I mean, we aren't perfect either. There's people out there that have made worse mistakes than he did, but yet we don't make fun of them as much or give them as much flack.
it's
It
all
just
fame. It's all just fame.
it really grinds my gears, man.
So you guys have never seen that movie that I was talking about? Oh, shoot, I just forgot the name.
Oh,
Chronicle?
Chronicles.
Chronicle. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Didn't it just barely come out, man?
I don't know. I just went and saw it in the theater. Well, it's not like the recently out like $8 per person theater. It's like the $2 per person matinee theater, but it was awesome.
I was looking at. I was actually looking at some of the actors, and I didn't recognize them, but it's actually got like a 7.4 rating on IMDb. Which, if you actually ever need any movie info, go to them. Internet Movie Database is actually really, really resourceful.
Yeah, but like that, I don't really like talk about this sort of stuff. But that movie, it sort of like actually brought out some sort of like emotion. Like in the beginning of the movie, like like the dude's like living in the ghetto, and it makes you like feel sort of anxious and fearful. You're like the nerd kid, and you're getting beat up on in the ghetto.
What was this about, though, man? Do you want me to read a?
Well, I can explain what it's about.
Okay,
It's,
go ahead.
it's sort of like it starts out with this one guy who gets a camera. He's just filming everything. I don't know why. He doesn't really explain. Like the whole movie is like filmed in like a homemade movie type thing because like the guy's carrying around the camera and stuff. Well, after a while, like he goes to this party, gets like upset. Like some dude like starts pushing him around. Goes out and cries. And then like this one dude like walks up to him like just like one of his later friends. He's like, hey, you better come check this out. I want you to film this. And then they like went over to this hole. They went in the hole. Like, you got powers from like a crystal, and they could like levitate stuff. And I don't want to spoil it much more than that, but it was a great movie because it went from like fearful, like you're gonna get the crap beat out of you in the ghetto to like having fun levitating stuff to like just having his shit hit the fan.
Yes. Yeah. Looks like it's made $64 million, so that's not bad.
It was pretty. I like that movie.
PG-13, yeah. Trying to find how long it was. Was it 84 minutes? That's not bad. About an hour and 20 minutes or so.
About an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, hour 24 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I was just surprised I recognized like none of the actors look good. I mean, not that they don't look good. It's just I don't recognize any of
You
them.
don't recognize them. I didn't recognize anybody either. Not that I would recognize many people because I don't
But,
pay attention to names, but it is really good.
but hey, dude, did you? Yeah, so the actors were pretty good too. Or
Yeah, they acted pretty good.
wow, that's awesome. I'll have to check
Like
it out.
those movies where like the actors are horrible and they're sitting there going and you're like, what the flip is this?
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like one of those. Like they're actually like sort of more realistic, I guess, sort of like a good actor would.
And I'll give the link to this to the movie information in the description bar so people can check it out.
Yay, another thing to put in the links.
I know, right? Well, I don't know. I just think it makes it easier than as if our listeners are lazy and they can't go look it up themselves.
Lazy
Spelled Chronicle
bastards.
wrong.
Speaking of which, I say that shout out to like the 3 or 4 people that actually listened to this or liked our Facebook, which would be Adam Agro, Midi4, and
Yes,
It's really
you
gonna help.
people,
was it
you people are awesome.
BK, Nesrock, and Monaco.
So like our 8 or 9 listeners.
Yeah. Well, like in the views, like since this is a podcast, you're gonna like listen to this like multiple times, like so you're gonna get like 3 or 4 views or something if you're listening to it a little bit at a time. I'd say like if you listen to this, then like it so you actually know like how many people are listening to this because the view counter isn't all that accurate when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Still
if
think
you
we're doing
listen to it,
decent, though.
like it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's more like it's not
So
like
let us know.
it's not like you like this, spread the word. It's like like we want to know like how many people are listening to this. That's really cool to think about. Like, is there anybody actually listening to this?
Yeah. If you're listening to this right now, like our
We command
podcast,
you.
let us know. Yes, we command you
Yes,
to
there's
like
a
this.
there's a like button right there. Click it.
And how hard is that really?
Right.
Quit being bossy over there,
Move the
Bobby.
mouse. Move the mouse. Click the button. Move the mouse. You can do it. Move the mouse.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why they can't do that. If you
Well,
like this, if you had fun while listening to this, if you laughed at all, at even one little bit, please
well,
like this
I'm not
podcast
I'm
now.
not a fan of people like like they get like start like be in the movie like video the beginning of the video they're like this or you're dumb. Like I don't want to do that. That's like a bunch of like whoring. Like if you
Or
like
sub
actually
for
listen.
sub, yeah.
Like if you actually like legitimately just like listen to this far and like it, then like we can actually tell like who's like how many people are listening to it. Maybe like comment so we know who you are or something. Might subscribe to you or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, or because like that's kind of makes you feel like that's all they care about. It's like really, you really think I'm gonna subscribe to you just because you asked me to? You
Yeah.
kind of
Like
have to give me a good reason.
you're a freaking moron. I don't like your videos. I'm not gonna sub to you.
Yeah, like I've got a few subscribers, but I don't think all of them even watch my videos anymore. And I think it's because I've gone. It's been a long time since I've actually put a lot of effort into it. Like I'll go I'll go for a few months when I'm really active, and then kind of go. It's kind of an on and off process for me. Like
Sort
there's
of like
people.
YouTube.
Yeah, there's people that joined up about the same time as I have, and I've told you guys this before that, when they sign up either before me or after me, now they have like 1,000 to 3,000. I'm like, geez, kind of makes me wish I would have put more effort into it, but
Yeah.
so
Well, it's all luck of the draw and or who you know.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Well,
like I pretty much started in like 2009 or something. I got like 35 subscribers now. That's like 10 subscribers in like 1 month. Hooray!
I know. Well, and it's like I've gotten lucky because I've actually had a few people help me out. Like I did a guest video for the 5 Awesome Optimists. Check them out. I don't want to include their link. Crap, I'm gonna get tired of having to include all these links. But anyway, go check them out. They're pretty awesome. I did
Woo!
a
My
guest video
my
for
channel
them.
has 37 views in 2 weeks.
That's
Nice.
not bad.
Well, didn't you start it like just a week ago?
2 weeks.
Yeah, compared to some, that's sad, but that's decent. Remembering how slowly it took me to start up. So
I watched that Caffeine Rush thing. It was crazy.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
you're
sad.
sitting there dancing like a maniac, just like that song or whatever.
You know
You
what's
look like
sad?
you were having a seizure.
Yes, you know what's sad? I
Put it
was
on
not
fast
actually
forward.
on caffeine.
Yeah,
That's what.
you just
Yes,
put it
I
on
think that's kind of obvious. We all know that you're not on caffeine.
more like on LSD.
Yes,
Pretty
I was one
much.
of those.
You're about ready to start running in the 90s.
I know, right? I think it's a funny video. I mean, now Bobby's laughing about it. It's like at first it makes you worry about me,
You're like, what is wrong with this guy?
but then after a while you're like, oh, okay, that's kind
I
of
was
funny.
actually
Oh,
laughing at Trevor's running in the 90s.
oh, okay. Well, gee, thanks, Bobby. You can't even give me the benefit of the doubt.
Nope, no benefit of the doubt.
Oh man, you're
It
such
does not exist here.
No.
Well, you know what's sad? Like, when I was still in high school, I don't remember what grade I was in, but I don't even know how they found out about it. But a substitute teacher found out about it, and she knew it was me, and so she was playing it for the classes. Towards the end of the class, would play in class using a projector, so everybody was coming out and laughing at me as I'd pass
Oh,
off.
the caffeine rush?
Yeah, yeah, and I was like, "What's so funny about that?" They would pass me in the hall and they'd just start laughing and pointing at me. I'm
Well,
like,
aren't you?
"Yeah, it's
Wasn't that the
embarrassing."
point, like, to be funny about it?
Well, yeah, I just didn't expect, like, I don't know. I
You
don't
don't
know.
like,
It's like,
expect your family members or school people to see about it, but
yeah,
if someone sees that, like, if someone starts laughing at me for like making a video about like the DOS game, I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there's a difference, okay? Like I make it for people who are genuinely gonna laugh, at me or with me. They're just laughing at me because they're trying to make fun of me. They're trying to
Yeah,
get.
that's destructive criticism. Nobody likes it. It's pointless.
If you're trying to put me down, that means I am above you.
That means that exactly what I'm gonna say you too, Bobby.
They're just trying to knock you off your
Just kidding.
pedestal.
Yes, my very high pedestal that I put myself on. Just kidding.
You
So
can't
yeah,
reach this.
it didn't take
Like
me very
higher.
long to make that. Some of the best videos that I have made, it didn't really take me very long, and that's what happens when you get bored. So yeah, you're gonna work
I
all
had to
day.
go chase dogs around the yard. That's an interesting story.
You should tell that real quick. Actually, I have a picture of that in my mind. Even the picture of you running makes me laugh. It's kind of like
Oh, ha ha ha.
I'm making fun of you because you made fun of me. Plus, you
Hey,
do
you
attack.
know what? I was at the park with all of my friends and we were playing this twisted tag version of killing people. No one could catch me.
It's kind of like, oh well, no wonder they probably didn't want to. They were probably too busy laughing at you.
No, they had a freaking
I'm
they had a
sure.
fake freaking knife and they were like trying to kill me.
It's like how that
Like
one guy runs on a. Oh crap! I forgot his name. Pirates of the Caribbean. You guys seen that?
what?
Yes.
Captain Jack Sparrow, like running all
Yeah,
weird.
he runs really weird.
Well, that's Johnny
Yes,
Depp
he does.
for you.
Oh, that's his name. Can't believe it. People are gonna be like, "Oh, really? How'd you forget his name?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, who cares? Johnny Depp."
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Hello.
Jack Sparrow. I believe there's a
Jack,
captain in there somewhere.
Jack and Cap Sparrow.
Cap
Jackson.
Sparrow.
You forgot one important thing. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. I say it the
Captain
best.
Jack Sparrow.
Finally, one thing that I say better in an accent than Trevor.
Yeah. You
Okay,
could say
guys.
this better than me.
I think I'm gonna. Hey, so what happened, Bobby, about the dogs? Did
Well,
they get?
basically, I was all sitting in my room, right? And apparently, the dogs had somehow dug a hole out of the cage of the house, or out of their kennel, and they had gotten loose all over the yard. My mom was trying to get the older dog, back to the kennel, and while she was doing that, the younger one came, and we only have two, right? So she had them both in the yard, and she called us to it, outside to try to figure out what to do with the doghouse to keep them from digging anymore. So we took some cinder blocks that we had laying around, and we threw them in the hole, and we filled it up with dirt. So they're not going to be digging through that hole anymore. But then we had to worry about, well, what about the rest of the fence lining the kennel? So we start putting wood on one side to keep it from opening. Then we go around to the other side, drop another piece of cement block on the other side of the hole, and then a 4x4 long post of wood on that side as well. And then I stuck a whole bunch of metal things blocking the way, and then we put the wheelbarrow and some cement on the front of the kennel, kinda. So it's not blocking the door, but like it's blocking the rest of the gate. So like they ain't going nowhere.
Oh wow! I definitely gotta play the music during my story. I think they love this. Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. Thanks for listening to our 8 or 9
Bobby, where do we
fans.
see you?
Anyway, just so you guys know, thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions as to what we should talk about, please let us know.
Or maybe
Yes.
like like we're still sort of open to suggestions about like the format of the podcast, even though I think this one worked pretty well.
Yeah, this one I like this one better than last week's.
Yeah, last week was a close plug, but I did like the I like the conjoined twin sex talk.
Yeah, I mean, it had its moments. I should have done more cutting out, but I was like, oh, it's already at an hour 39, so I was like, oh, that's probably good enough.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time cutting that thing out, editing it, just because there was a lot of bull crap in it. I don't know. I
Well,
thought it had its moments. I think if we just cut it out to the best parts, it would have been a lot more. You
yeah.
know? Didn't have
Well,
to be.
every like medium, like a TV show, YouTube video, some audio recording, music, yeah, like podcast, it has its ups and downs sometimes.
So yeah, I think this one was definitely a lot more interesting. Hopefully, people like it, and we appreciate it if you gave us feedback because we really do enjoy doing this. Don't you, Bobby? Do you enjoy doing this, man?
Yes, I do.
And if you enjoy doing this, or enjoy listening to this, you should like the Facebook page.
Yes, you should. You should like our Facebook page. You should like
Then we
this.
would know who's watching. That'd be cool too.
And actually, please, comment if you watched it. Tell us what you think. Any comments or whatever, or whatsoever, we will appreciate it.
Feedback is good.
Yeah, I definitely don't talk a lot in this podcast.
Oh, you definitely don't. You need to speak up more.
Yeah, I think we're talking about a certain someone. He's done a lot better too, though. I think. I don't think he
Oh,
knows.
I just don't have much to say, and you guys are just really assertive. So
Well, that's
Shut
because
up.
Bobby is Bobby.
Yeah, it's
yes,
because
I know.
It's because he's Bobby Carlson Jr. So we're trying to make him into a senior.
Yeah,
now.
and you're Bryson M. Rogers.
Yes. Yes, I'm Bryson M. Rogers. Thank you. You said it wrong. So, yes.
Do you even know my middle name?
It's Jizz Boy.
Ah.
It's Jizz. Shut up, Jizz Boy.
So it's Trevor Jizzboy instead of Trevor Benjamin Bonus.
Oh, it's true. Your last name just makes me laugh every time you say it.
Hey, you know what? I've actually seen someone like on our forums that has the last name Boner. Not to be like, well, not this is like Bonner or something. I don't know, but not to be rude. But there's actually a place in Idaho called Bonner's Ferry, where it actually has one N, like Boner, like Boner
Yeah.
Ferry.
Well, okay, you got those cities in like Sweden or whatever. That's
Called Dick or whatever.
well, they freaking have the F word on it, and they wanted to change it to fudging, but there's already another city that changed their name to fudging.
Hey,
Kind
Bryson,
of like how they
you know,
call my Green Bay Packers the Green Bay Fudge Packers. You guys know what that means?
Fudge Packers. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Anyway, hey Bryson, you know, like when you're going up to your cabin or like near my cabin up in Pine or whatever,
Yeah.
there's a street called Pansy Street, Pansy Drive.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Oh, I want to go
if
check
you
it.
look to the right while you're driving up through Pine, there's a Pansy Drive.
Oh, Pansy Drive. I thought you said Panny Creek. I was like, what?
Pansy
I was like, really? Who would name it? What pervert named? I want to meet the guy that named that creek. He had to be a pervert.
Pervert Creek.
Okay,
I
guys.
like how we were supposed to be wrapping this up. So
I know.
Yeah, this is
Hard
really
time.
wrapping it up, and we'll wrap it before
yeah,
you tap it. Remember?
He plays with his pee-pee, folks.
Yeah, my PP90
Yes.
M1.
No, not his pee-pee.
your water gun ran out of pee. I'm sorry.
Guess what? Your Cysex ran out of PP.
That's gross. That is really, really gross.
You have to use a pee up.
You don't have your PP out.
Y'all guys, I'm really.
You need to up your PP to use Cysex.
Wow.
Oh, that's sad.
I worry
Max.
about you guys. Hey Bobby, whenever you decide to stop playing with your PP, you can end the podcast.
So
Hey, I'm not the one with the podcast control
yeah,
here.
I'm controlling the podcast here. Well, anyway, this is the outro. This is where it starts. See you later, people.
This is where it starts. You mean this is where it ends?
This is the start of the end.
This is the
Hope it
beginning
just
of
ended.
the end.
This is the end of the end, which is the start of the end. I don't know.
No, it's the end of the end, which is the start of the end, which is the ending of the end of the
So
starting.
we started the ending like 10 minutes ago. Now this is the ending of the end.
Yes, which is the start, which is the beginning of the end. It was 10 minutes ago. Now this is the end.
This is the end of the end.
No, it wasn't the beginning of the end. It was the end of the beginning.
I'm on.
No,
No,
it
the
was
end
the
of the
beginning of the end.
Okay, I
This
get
is
what
the
you mean.
beginning of the beginning of the end of the beginning.
Okay, that just makes no sense.
Ah,
God.
it hurt my
You
brain.
know what? I love the way I can turn you on. The way you make me hot all over. The way
What?
you make me totally wet.
What?
Oh, yes, it's time for a hot shower. Duh.
What?
Pervert, Trevor.
What? Oh, you sicko. You're disturbing me. You're disturbing my peace.
No, I'm making your pee-pee hard. Oh.
You,
Hey.
you
You
gave
know
me
what?
PP up.
You know what,
It's like
Trevor?
this one.
I need an
Trevor,
ether.
Trevor, shut up. Bobby's trying to talk to you.
Trevor, the word peace in Spanish means pee.
Interesting. Well,
Peace.
you know what's funny?
Shout.
You know what's funny? Go China in Spanish is vagina. Like
Vagina.
va and then China. But it sounds like
Yes.
What is in oh, okay.
go China.
Oh,
It's like the Spanish are like rooting for the Chinese in the Olympics or whatever. It's like vagina, vagina.
Hey, Bobby, I got a question, okay? What goes in
Mhm.
hard and pink and comes out soft and squishy?
Bubble gum.
Good job.
You said this one too many times.
Well, okay, I still like
He
the one.
says all of his jokes too many times, just
Who
like the
does?
horizontal butt crack and
Hey,
and
shut
poop
up.
lasagna.
I've never heard that one. Hey, Trevor, you should tell that one. Tell that to them. They've never heard it.
No, I doubt it. I think at least you probably spewed it out once or twice between the
You
last
said it in episode 1, I think.
Oh, shut up.
two.
We need to tell our favorite jokes though sometime, like the most stupid ones we can think of. Okay.
Well, this should be the end now before we drag it out any longer. So see.
I got a joke for you.
Oh really? Now you're just gonna delay.
I asked if there's too many illegal aliens in the U.S. 17% said yes.
I seen that one.
22% said no. The other 61% said I no speak English.
Yo, well, you just spoke English.
No comprende?
Oh, what?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Huh? What? Okay.
The end. See you later. This is going nowhere. Say bye-bye, all of you, everybody's.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
Good riddance.